my name is Gregory Irby. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. When I was 11 years old, I easily drew Popeye the Sailor Man as a model, fashioning different clothing, like different patterns. I would also draw Fred Flintstone, Spider-Man. I would also draw other characters, as far as Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, Mr. Magoo, and different other characters. Now, I would like to also, I'm going ahead of myself, but I'd like to tell you also what artist, I say what artist, but he was a teacher that taught me to enhance my skills when I graduated from high school and went over to college in Chicago. And he helped me to rightly proportion people's body length from head to toe. And I would draw these characters or people, I call in my mind, as if they was like drawers, but he would help me to enhance that, to make it more a little bit long legs and stuff like that, where it having short legs. So he would enhance my skills as far as not only just the drawing aspect of it, but also painting. I've learned painting because I took several of his courses, which was oil painting and general drawing. I would also take pottery as well. And saying that, he was one of my enhancements to better my art. Even though I easily learned how to draw naturally, I believe that I had a God-given talent to already learn to draw. But I also wanted to say is what artists that influenced me was Rembrandt, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, also J.D. Hilberry. He's the latest artist that I've came across as well, and he's fantastic. Matter of fact, I've off and on seen his work, but when I was, I'm going a little bit back years ago. When I was a teenager, I would attend art galleries, art shows, and also my 20s too as well. And a little older as well, in my 30s, I would go to an art show. This guy it's another guy, I can't call his name, but he's phenomenal. He's a great artist. He just make the pictures come out at you alive. It just pop out at you like 3D. And he did great work as far as oil paintings, self-portraits, and also sports people, athletic people, famous people, something like that. And he did one of his wife. It was just like she was walking off the camera. It was a life-size painting of his wife. And I met him and everything. He invited me to his art studio some years ago, and which I did enjoy. He had some art, nice work, some drawings. He's very skillful as far as drawing, realistic form, and that really helped me to go on. Even though I have started different little businesses trying to promote my business, doing oil paintings for different people, and then make money from that as far as oil paintings, drawings. Lately, some months ago, I did some charcoal drawings, realistic charcoal drawings that people have bought from me. And I had a business off and on through the years. Currently now I'm married, and not only just benefit myself, but to benefit anyone that would like to learn how to draw. And I would like to do that for those that are novice, that don't know nothing about how to draw but just stick figures, but I want to be able to teach you how to draw. I've been drawing, as a matter of fact, since I was a little boy. I can't remember exactly when I started actually drawing. I recall my uncle had told me some time back, years ago, he said when he was a little boy, I used to draw all over the place as far as the store. He would get me for that, whoop me, and he would share that with me. I was like, man, I didn't know that he shared it with me, and I really was surprised to hear him say that. But somehow I picked up drawing and ended up liking it, but it followed me when I was a little boy up until now, and doing from cartoons, from realistic people currently, and doing. I recall when I was my late teens, 19, I would, come to find out, me along with my siblings and my mom, we stayed not too far from this art teacher. And the art teacher that I was taking classes with at college, he was a neighbor. He was not a distant neighbor, but he was like maybe a block over to or something like that. And he used to invite me over, and we became like friends. And we started to get to know each other a little better, to where he knew that I was interested in art and things. So he invited me to do a side job with him on the west side of Chicago, which he did a historical mural on a wall outside by the railroad tracks. So you got the tracks going this way, but then you have the wall going down this way. So I would assist him in tracing the drawing that he had drew. And I would watch him. If something is not right that he had done, he would do it over. He was a perfectionist. And that day, I enjoyed working with him, getting experience with him, and learning him how he did things. As far as drawing Malcolm X, different Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, drawn on the wall of the railroad tracks. And not only just them, but other well-known, famous people, black people that goes. And it was really interesting to see him do that. And I also found out, maybe, I can't remember exactly what days, but there was a neighborhood photography news thing that came by, and they took a picture of us right along with the art teacher. And I found that was pretty interesting, pretty exciting to be there with my art teacher. And they did a write-up about me, well, actually about him and me. I was the assistant, obviously more about him. But I found that was interesting. I never got a chance to see it, the actual picture, the actual news thing, whatever it was, article or whatever, but it was quite interesting. And I learned some things about him, and he did some other things as far as making money, worked for the school. He did some art paintings for the college or what have you, and he made somehow a business or whatever, but he was an art teacher, and he was very confident of his work, which was good. And so currently I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know if he's still alive or whatever, but anyway, it was a good experience to have with the art teacher.
Hey, stop right there. And what I found out that Eugene Wade is on Facebook. In 2005, he retired from Kennedy King College, where I graduated from. In 2008, Eugene moved back home to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He works at Southern University as a full-time lecturer, teaching art appreciation. And by the way, he graduated from the same university. Now you can talk.
I also like to mention when I was between 10, 11 years old, that we got to know this older gentleman, distinguished gentleman that stayed downstairs from us, named Mr. Bogart. And I used to draw him, and when I draw him like a cartoon version, but you could tell that was him. And he would have a cane. Well, he ended up deceased, and I would draw him as if he was like in the clouds, like he was in heaven with a cane. And to me, that was just really something that I caught him as a cartoony looking type person, but it was him. And I also would draw my dad, and my mom would see that. It would kind of frighten her in a sense because it looked so much like her husband, which is my father. And it's like, wow. And it was kind of like, oh, she couldn't look at it, but she looked at it, she seen it. And that's how I know I had the talent easily. So it was just based on, like I was referring to earlier, that my art teacher enhanced my ability to perfect my drawing a little bit. Even though I had it like I have it now, I learned a little bit more. So I want to be able to teach you a little bit more, to go a step further. If you're drawing little stick figures, if you're just a novice, you don't know about drawing or whatever, but I'm here to help you, to show you that you can learn how to draw. And I also like to talk about is, I just find it so amazing that I picked up something that I was like, I have no clue why I became interested in drawing, but I knew somehow that I picked it up when I was a little boy. I recall also when I was a little boy when I never knew what caused me to be interested in art as I am now. I'm clueless, but I know when I got older, far as maybe between maybe 8, 10, 11, I started drawing these other characters that I used to see on Saturday mornings, and also the weekend, like Fred Flintstone, Popeye the Sailor Man, different other characters like Plastic Man, Fang Face. I tried to draw Rockman, one of the different little characters I would draw, and that was really something that would just take up my time. I would just like doing it, you know. It was not a drudgery to me. And I would draw these different characters and stuff like that. Like I said, Mickey Mouse, and I believe Daffy Duck, different other characters that I like drawing and I found interesting in. And so, those that's viewing this video that are a novice, I can show you a different, unique method in drawing. Easy. It's quick, easy, and simple for you to learn. Doing oil paintings, which I was very interested in doing. And I was really fascinated with Rembrandt, how he would do different segments of himself when he aged, from when the time he was young to middle age to older to much distinguished looking. That really got my attention because I seen all the detail in Rembrandt's self-portraits of himself, and it was so lifelike, so realistic, and I was interested in that, to learn how to do that realistically, and that just stuck out in my head. And also I noticed Van Gogh, a well-known artist as well, that I was influenced by. I mean, really good. He did self-portraits of himself. He was pretty eccentric as far as his style goes, with the bright colors and all this and that. You could definitely tell that was Van Gogh from the start. And these different artists that I'm mentioning, I would see them at the art museum in Chicago that I would visit when I was my younger 20s. And I would enjoy seeing the different paintings, and not only just the different other paintings and stuff, but other abstract paintings as well. And it was really good. Even Salvador Dali, he was way out there. I've seen what he had done. His paintings was way out there. It was just really bizarre looking. Very, matter of fact, it was surrealism art piece. I can't remember the title currently, but it was really something to see how he created that style and the different patterns and different shapes and how he made this and that. But it was really interesting. And the reason why I'm doing this video is, again, is to show those that are novice, that are interested in learning how to draw, that you can learn how to draw, and that you can learn from my unique techniques on how to draw. And it's not hard, even though you can't even draw a stick figure or whatever. You can't draw a lick. That you can learn how to draw. Thank you.
Hi, this is Greg Irby, and I can teach you how to draw. Introducing gregsartstudio.com. There are 2 separate art curriculums that I will be teaching from, and that is the Newbies Art Lessons and the Advanced Art Lessons. For starters, I like to mention, on the newbie side, you will be learning how to draw cartoonish faces using short words. You'll be also learning how to draw geometrical shapes from scratch. Okay? The next one, you'll be learning how to do hatching along with cross hatching. The last one, you'll be learning how to handle the paint on a brush while doing watercolor painting onto the paper. As for the advanced students, you'll also be learning about casting shadows from different directions while doing geometrical shapes of cones or a cone or a cube or cubes, or pyramids or cylinder or cylinders. Okay? You will be also learning how to mix colors to create a realistic effect. And doing paintings of portraits and paintings of still life fruits. You'll be learning how to go about drawing